Today we're starting part 3 in our Sonoran Mountain Preserve series. But before we actually start getting on the trail and talking about the trail, we want to mention one of the most important issues out here on the trail, and that's heat related.
Heat related and water related. Always have enough water. Yes, right now we're filming mid-November and it's cool. It's 40 degrees out here at the first thing in the morning, but you still need water to drink. Take it with you. Now, this is all about Cody's voice, and we'll talk about that in a moment. And this thermometer is telling us it's a little better than 55, but don't trust this thermometer, because as soon as the sun clears the shade structure behind us here, it'll be about 20 degrees above what it really is. So don't always trust this, but do trust all of this information. If it's below 80, you're out here hiking around, you need at least 2 16-ounce bottles of water to go with you to sip as you go. And keep track of it. When you're halfway done with your water, that's the time to turn around. As it gets hotter, you need more and more water. When it's more than 105 degrees, you need 8 bottles of water to stay hydrated and safe while you're hiking out in this area or any desert area.
Yeah, and frankly, you probably don't want to be on the trails when it's above that 105 degrees. It's not pleasant out here at all. So today we're doing a shorter hike. What are the trails we're doing today, Jim?
We are going to start on Sidewinder. We're going to the top of Apache Vista, which is the hillside over that away. Back down, left on Apache Wash, and completing on Ocotillo. 2 miles around if you don't do the top of the Vista, or maybe 2.5 or 2 3/4 if you do the whole deal.
So it sounds like today he's going to make me do some climbing. So Here goes nothing. Ready?
Now we're about a half a mile up the hill from Apache Wash Trailhead on Sidewinder. And here is the memorial Cody's voice. This goes back to what we were talking about earlier about water and temperature. Cody was a young man, barely a man, 12 years old, hiking with the boyfriend of his mother. They each had 1 16-ounce bottle of water when they started down at Apache Wash Trailhead. They went clockwise around the hill, opposite of the direction we were going today. And it was afternoon, and it was 112 degrees. They got around to here. Nice little ironwood tree here, nice view, and Cody could not make it anymore. Not enough water. Laid down to rest. Panic attacked. Everybody made the wrong decisions. Called 911, yes, right decision, but never leave the victim of overheat. You can be a shade wall if you get in the right position and block the sun and help them cool down. Did not happen. Cody passed away. After that, it was discovered that his core temperature was 107 degrees. So not enough water, out in the sun, no matter what, everything went bad. So please don't do that. Help each other. Become a shade wall. If you have enough people, you're going to have plenty of shade for the victim. Pour water on them to cool them. Pour water on the forearms first, then down the back. Never straight on top of the head. Wait until they start to cool off. Don't put them into shock. You could even create a stroke if you just pour ice water on someone's head that's overheating. You got to do it all just right. Have some common sense. Help them stay alive. So we're another quarter mile up from Cody's Voice. A good overlook point for the view of the Sonoran Park, Sonoran Preserve. And off that away, straight into the sun almost, is the Badger Brawl Trail, which we did in the, let's see now, it was the first video that we did. Rode on down that. Some of you might be wondering, what kind of wacky name is Badger Brawl? Well, I tell you, about 14 years ago, the trails architect and the NRD director and Ranger Andy were driving down what was the dirt road that is now Sonoran Desert Drive and saw a dust cloud off there. Oh, it's not a windy day. Is that a dust devil? What is that? They stopped to check on it. It was two badgers fighting over territory, throwing dirt at each other and growling and rah. So Badger Brawl Trail was named. We got some lovely barrel cactus right here. I can touch this one because its hooks are like fish hooks and curled around, so it won't hurt me too bad. I'm not going to hug it though. Over this way, just a little, you can see that streak of trail. That's Apache Wash Loop right next to Apache Wash, where all the darker, happier trees are. We showed you a little snippet of water flowing through all of that. That was just above this location. That was in our last video. So this is now Apache Vista, the very tippy top of the hill. We are about 400 feet higher than our starting point down at Apache Wash Trailhead. And over to the west is Ridgeback. That one's about 800 feet up from your starting points. This was one of two possible mountains in the Phoenix Summit Challenge about a week and a half ago, which was lots of fun. Lots of folks out hiking as many mountains as they could all around town. Great view from up here. That is Black Mountain that you're seeing off in the distance and approaching Cave Creek. All the flats we've rode through before. The dark line is the edge of Cliff Walk. Lots of nifty things to see up here. Very calm and peaceful area. I love it. Okay, so right over there is what we pointed out last episode, a barricade to keep folks from shortcutting off trail and tearing up our poor natural surfaces. But right here, this little streak, obviously a fat tired bike, is where some chucklehead decided, well, I can ride where I want to. It's all just barren desert. No, it ain't. That first little mound is what's left of a chipmunk habitat that they rode right through. I don't get it. I mean, you've got about the same curve, stay on the trail, or go up here and be illegal trailblazing. Just stay on the trail. This stuff is not going to last forever. If we just destroy things the way this person has done, nothing will be left in a few years, which is fast approaching. Because, hey, there's now just under 5 million residents in the Phoenix metro area, and more people are showing up every day. If you don't respect the natural land that's been trying to be preserved, there won't be any preserve left. We'll talk more about that in just a minute. We are somewhere in the middle of the Cholla forest that we showed a couple of rides ago. And this is going to emphasize the let's respect the desert part of our last little stop. See the pole fence over there? That marks the border of Arizona State Trust land. So, oh so soon, with so many people trying to hit 5 million here in the Phoenix metro area, that's going to be a housing development or a shopping center. That will be sold because that's what the state does to make money. Sells lots of land, not quite so cheap, but it's gone, and it's houses. What are we going to do? We can't just stop people from coming in. The weather's so nice, people want to move here, but people need to learn to respect the desert and leave it alone and enjoy it.